starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back to watch another one of my videos. And to my subscribers, I cannot thank you enough for your love, your loyalty, and support. I do want to mention that at least for the month of March, the readings are going to be different. I've been guided to change it up a bit. So you're going to see a different type of, not style, but what I'm going to be channeling is going to be different than what I've been doing in my past readings. All right. So I will be doing it in this manner until I am called to change it up again. I also want to mention that I've launched my memberships on my website. So I'm really excited about that. It's kind of like where you get the exclusive content on Patreon, but I created my own Patreon type stuff on my own domain because I prefer having control of everything, and it's going to be a little better than Patreon. There's going to be a lot more things that I get to do there, to include live sessions with members that I'm not going to do on YouTube. And there's a lot of stuff that I want to cover in my lives there. So that's a big perk for some of the membership tiers. There are plenty to choose from. Again, I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. If you want to hop on that, check the description box below. I will have a link to take you straight to the membership plan so you can review them. Again, it's like exclusive content you're not going to find anywhere else. So it's also going to help supplement these readings, okay? Let's see. Yeah, if you go to capellawellness.com, you're going to be able to see the link right there to go check on what membership tiers I have. I also want to wish you guys a wonderful, beautiful month of March. It's a magical month, guys. Take advantage of these energies, all right? I hope you have a wonderful, transformational, inspirational week and month of March. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading. How are you? Hopefully all is well in your sector of the universe. I send you, oh boy, much love and many, many blessings for this week and the weekend ahead. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Lots of luck, love, and liveliness. All right, Virgo. What we're going to do here is we're going to see what your current situation is, what's going on with you, what obstacle you are encountering, and what lesson you are learning from all of this. We're also going to see what guidance Spirit has for you with regards to how to best navigate this situation. And then we're going to look into your love situation. Lastly, we will see what the full moon in Virgo is bringing you. It occurs on March 18th, right after St. Patrick's Day, right before the spring equinox and Aries season. Lots going on. Tail end of Pisces season, guys. So let's see what's going on with you, Virgo. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What is the current situation with Virgo? Oh my, Virgo. What's going on here? All right. They want me to take all of these, all right? If you watch my readings before, sometimes only one or two cards come out. This one, there's a lot. They also want you to check your moon, rising, north node, and Venus signs. Because there's other messages there that they want you to hear, is what I just heard. Okay. The big thing here, guys, is the devil. Is the underlying theme here with your situation, okay? Whatever unhealthy attachments you have, you got to let go of. Addictions, obsessions with things. It's like, this is Capricorn energy. It's ruled by Saturn. There's something very karmic here. You are repeating the same karmic patterns, and some of you are not learning from your karmic lessons. It's like you're either in toxic relationships, you're obsessed with money, you're obsessed with materialism. There's whatever you are addicted to, or maybe even you're turning into anger, bitterment, resentment, or maybe there's like some seriously poor health here. There's a lot with that. So check it how it resonates. And remember, this is a collective reading, Virgo. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else who is watching this, but keep your unhealthy ego at the door. Maybe for some of you here, it's an ego thing. I don't know. And be honest with yourself, okay? This is about spiritual growth. It's not about finding your fortune and when you're going to get rich and stuff. This is, I use tarot for serious work. So we have the King of Wands here. We have the Moon. We have the Seven of Cups. Oh, the Seven of Wands, the Chariot, the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Judgment card, the Wheel. I said karmic stuff. The Knight of Wands, the Four of Pentacles. Okay, guys, how many majors do we have here? We have a major at the bottom of the deck. 1, 2, 3. We have 4 major arcana of all these cards, all right? There's a lot of big things going on right now with you. Okay, Virgo, if you just give me a little bit, because I wanted to show you all the cards first before I went through them. So if I'm just looking at the Seven of Cups here, right? Yeah, you know, with this Devil here, addictions, obsessions to things, getting caught up in the material world, either focusing too much on money. There's a big pile of gold here, and this dragon's like, nope, you can't have it, but you're like, no, that's mine type of thing. But some of you may be focusing too much on money or just things in general. You're confused about something. You're getting distracted. You might be listening to what other people are saying with regards to how you create money, how you gain money, how you increase your finances, or how you're supposed to live, whatever this is, all right? I'm hearing some of you are living in a fantasy world. Remember, this is for some of you, not for all of you, but be honest, you know your situation better than I do. Some of you are living in this fantasy world. There's wishful thinking here. I think the devil's trying to keep you engrossed in this material world, okay? Some of you might even be working way too much. I think we got that last reading, last week, okay? Maybe you're distracting yourself with work. You're trying to avoid something that you really need to be doing. Is it avoiding working on your healing? I don't know. Working on your spiritual growth? There could be somebody here who's very controlling that you're dealing with, a fire sign. Doesn't have to be. We've got fire here. We've got Cancer. We have Cancer twice. Cancer twice with Pisces also. You know, Wheel and Judgment. There's something very karmic here that you are dealing with right now. All right? Lesson learning. Big karmic lesson learning. Some of you really need to break the cycle with repeating the same karmic things. Getting out of the hamster wheel. Getting away from the 3D world. That's the double energy. You are being asked to really heed the call and wake up to reality, is what I heard, because some of you are living in a fantasy world. Some of you are really avoiding the truth of what's really going on here. Some of you are getting too distracted with the outside world, and it's really taking you off your path of truth, and it's distracting you from your destiny, your mission, okay? You guys intuitively know with this Moon card where you're supposed to be headed, what you're supposed to be doing with your life's mission. Maybe some of you are getting intuitive hits. Virgo, you need to take better care of yourself. Virgo, you need to stop working so hard. Virgo, stop getting caught in material world. There might be a lack mentality for somebody here. You're working so much, or you're so overly consumed with things, or you need to work to have this lifestyle, to have all this money, because you're fearful of going without or not having enough and not being able to pay the bills. But for somebody here, you're overworking yourself. Like self-care is needed here, right? Yeah, so this is overdoing it. On the brink of collapse here, Virgo. Too much work. You are taking on too many responsibilities. And I'm not sure if you got the 10 of Wands last week, but if you did, this is coming into this reading again, Virgo. It's time to really reassess what it is that you're doing. Some of you are doing way too much. You do not have to do everything, especially if you think you have to do everything to maintain a certain lifestyle or to have a certain amount of money in your bank account. If your health is affected, because some of you are stressed to the max. You're mentally depleted, spiritually depleted, emotionally, physically. It's like you're crashing down. There's all this weight on you and you can't make any forward progress. It's like you're slowing down with what you need to be doing. There is a need for renewal here. This is a renewal card. It's like God is trying to get you, hey, Virgo, I need you to feel liberated here. I'm calling you to head in this direction with this Chariot card. You need to listen to my divine guidance. I'm leading you to victory if you just follow what I'm telling you. There's a death and rebirth here. He's trying to resurrect you here. It's a new beginning. It's a new life. But this life that you're living right now, it's causing some incredible amount of stress. And there's a lot of karma. Some of you are getting hit with negative karma over and over again because you're not learning your lessons. Again, these life lessons here. All right? You need to take action on really focusing on heeding the call and your awakening process, or moving to the next level of your awakening process, your ascension. All right? There's way too much going on, and some of you are trying to take too much control of your lives. Here are 2 10s here. Things need to end. We've got a 10 and a 10, and then we have XX, right? And a 10 and a 10. I know this is 20, but I'm looking at all the 10s here. God is leading you to a new beginning, Virgo. To freedom here. But you need to take those action steps. You're the one who's going to have to make things happen. You need to look at this situation from a bigger picture here. Why is the devil at the bottom of the deck for you? Why are you so consumed with these dark energies? So consumed with materialism, with money, with working too hard. Look at this from a different perspective. You got to look at the bigger picture as to what you are really being called to do. Why God gave you this mission. If you're already following your mission, some of you may be overdoing it. Some of you, your distorted masculine energies are kicking in and it's not in balance with your feminine energies. Some of you need to get back to being divine masculine, which I'm teaching a class on, reintegrating divine masculine energies, embodying that. Because a divine masculine knows they do not need to work themselves to death to be successful, to achieve goals. You do your part and God takes care of the rest. That's what divine masculine understands. And that's what I teach in that class, amongst other things. If you're interested in that class, this is going to help you with your situation. There's a link to that in the description box below, and it'll give you more information as to what that class entails. Okay? So you really need to take the lead in your spiritual life and stop trying to control things. Like being an authoritarian, trying to have it my way or the highway. It has to be done this way. I have to get it done in this amount of time. You're causing yourself a lot of distress here. There's a lot of stressful energies and anxiety and things. Maybe due to fear. Again, fear of not having enough. Maybe these fears are coming from what's going on in the outside world, Virgo. Take it how it resonates, okay? It's not for everybody. The uncertainties. And I talked about this in Taurus's reading, you know, with inflation going up and the gas prices and everything going on here. It's instilling a lot more fear in people. But we have to trust God and have faith and give it to God. You're worried about what's going on? Give it to God, Virgo. If this is why, if you have a business or something like that, or you're a job and you're working or overworking yourself, you're taking on too many things to make sure that you are set and you have stuff. I get that it's good to be prepared, okay? I'm not knocking on that. But if you are in 10 of Wands energy and you're like about to collapse here, that is not for your highest good. That is not what God wants for us. You have to push these fears out. Stop letting the devil consume you with these fear energies here. Fear is a demonic spirit. Start praying more to God. Start asking God, I need your help. I don't want to give into this fear of what's going on. Please help me get away from this. Help me to see what it is that I need to do, how I can best rectify the situation. And whatever intuitive hits you get, Virgo, whatever you're seeing in your dreams even, pay attention to those messages, because they're going to give you the solutions that you need to whatever it is that you're trying to seek answers to. The answers are not going to be found outside yourself. Again, with the Seven of Cups here. Stop looking outside of yourself for the answer, Virgo. It's within. And those dreams that you're getting, the intuitive hits, the signs and synchronicities, God is giving you. Your angels are giving you those answers through the 5D realm. You're not going to find it in the 3D realm. Okay? Seven of Wands. It's like, it could be dark forces, could be spiritual attacks with these two energies, okay? Maybe you're being spiritually attacked because your energy, your vibration is so low, and especially if you're a light worker or a healer or something, and God is trying to, the devil is really trying to pull you back from shining your light because you are helping others. Don't let that get to you, okay? Somebody here is experiencing spiritual attacks. Don't let that affect you either, all right? God is what is going to help you with this situation. This is also about you are being tested by the outside world. Maybe you're in high demand, or people are coming at you and they're pulling your hair, or they're trying to get you to go through, they're keeping you from this portal that's going to bring you this liberation, this freedom. Okay, maybe this is your portal to freedom. And these people, these things are distracting you, and they're trying to bring you down off of that cliff. Whether it's dark forces or not, somebody's trying to bring you down off that cliff. They're trying to get you to lose balance here, Virgo. And apparently some of you are losing that balance from what I'm seeing with these cards. You really have to stand by your truth with honesty and integrity here. You can't back down. And you can't give in. But some of you need to surrender certain things to God and let God handle certain things and trust in that. Four of Pentacles, scarcity mindset. Yep, that's what I was getting. You really need to see the truth of the situation here, Virgo. There's something about money here. Financial security and stability. Some of you are panicking because of what's going on in the outside world. Where's the faith in God? And again, I cast no judgment on anybody here, okay? Listen, I have strong Virgo in my chart. If you didn't know this already. Don't judge yourself either, okay? But I would give in to fear with the whole money thing. What if I can't pay this? What if I don't be able to do that? That put me in a tailspin. And especially when I became a single mom, I was trying to work all these crazy hours and do my job as a mom, a single parent, all these things, and I got into 10 of Wands energy. Did that do me any good? Nope. I was so caught up with this dude right here. And I finally let that go. And I had all these dreams and epiphanies and all these things, and God's like, Jess, this is what we want you to do. And I finally listened. Jess, we need you to wake up. This is not the life we want for you. And it definitely was not. And my life is so much more peaceful and tranquil now. It's not even funny. I have more of an abundance mindset than a scarcity mindset. Some of you need to do that. Have an abundant mindset. Understand that you are abundant already. Why? Because you are God within. Why? Because God is already abundant. He provides for all of us and all of nature. And yes, we're not animals. We don't live out in nature, but you get the point. We are still God's children. We are made of God. Everything was created by God. So that means everything is abundant already. The 3D world gets us to think that we're not, because this guy sucks us up into, if I said that right, we get sucked up into by this guy with thinking that money rules the world, that money is all we need, and that only jobs and people and things give us money, when really it's God. God is our only source and supply. There could be something with a home here. Maybe you're afraid of losing your house, losing your place. Get out of that lack mentality, okay? And if you're getting caught up in materialism, guys, there's a lot of materialism here that's really strong in this reading, okay? Focusing too much on money. For some of you, not for all of you, all right? If you are so scared about the having lack, you're going to attract more of it. Some of you really have to let go of something you're holding on too tightly to. Could be your money. Could be a relationship. Could be the fact that you know that you need to change something about your career, your job, your relationship, whatever this is, and you got to let loose. You got to go with the flow. And you got to surrender to God. Let go and let God. And stop having this guy control your life. And stop trying to control things too because of fear. And lack of, the thought of not having. Okay? It's a karmic pattern for some of you. I know it was a karmic pattern for me, trust me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be teaching this. But some of you might even be dealing with somebody who's coming in and out of your life, coming in to take something from you, and then they leave. You need to find your worth. You're more valuable than dealing with somebody who's coming in and out of your life. Maybe you have clients who just come in and out and just take what they want and they leave. And maybe you're overdoing it with your clients or your business or at work. People at work who are coming to you for everything, right? Oh, hey, Virgo, can you do this for me? Sure. Can you do that for me? Sure. And then what happens? You have like 100 things to do from 100 coworkers, and your job is just killing you. They take what they want and they leave. Because we all know Virgo has this beautiful energy of being of service to others. But remember, you have to have a balance. I was in that too. I thought being nice to everyone and helping everybody out was the right thing to do. But when you don't have that balance, what happens? It kills you. Brink of collapse. You're overdoing it and you're stressed out. And for some of you, your health is being greatly affected by this. All right? If you're in a relationship with somebody who just comes in and takes what they want from you, Virgo, and then they leave, no. It's a karmic pattern you need to stop doing. There's a lot of karmic patterns, Virgo, you need to stop doing. All right? You really need to understand your worth and your value. You don't need to prove anything to anybody, Virgo. You don't. When you already know you're this Queen of Pentacles, that you're beautiful and you're luxurious and you're abundant and, you have everything that you need to be successful, you don't rely on anybody else for that. You don't seek validation outside of yourself. You don't work your ass off to make your money here. She doesn't do that because she is the minor arcana of the Empress. And the Empress, she attracts the abundance. Because she's co-creating with the universe, she's creating things for others for the benefit of humanity. She has others help her out, right? She doesn't try to take the lead on everything. She doesn't try to control everything. She's patient, she's compassionate, and she does things in an organic way. And she goes with the flow. This is exactly what the Queen of Pentacles does too. She's on her throne. But you see her stressed out? You see her worn out? She looks very healthy to me. She's done her fair share of hard work. But that was the inner work that she did. And yeah, she did something with her business. She put in a lot of effort in, and she made sure she balanced her time with her business and her personal life and whatever it is she is. She's a mother too. Some of you are mothers. Okay? Some of you may be single parents and you're overdoing it with the kids and overdoing it with the job and with family members, and it's everything. Some of you, it's everything. But you're putting yourself on the back burner. She doesn't put herself on the back burner. She's still nurturing and warm-hearted and giving to others, but she doesn't overdo it. She makes sure that she's taken care of first. And she does her part of what God wants her to do, and God takes care of the rest. She knows that God supplies and supports her, not anybody else, not even the business that she runs. It's God. She believes in miracles. Even when the going gets tough, she knows that God's going to come through. Oh, my Lord. Okay, let's see what the obstacle is. What is the obstacle for Virgo? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadians, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Wow, it's a 7 of Swords. Hold on, guys. My guides want me to write something down. Let me put it up here so you guys can at least see it. I'll put it closer to the camera in a minute. 7 of Swords, guys. Looks can be deceiving. All right? Looks can be deceiving. Either somebody's wearing a mask around you, or this is the, you know, what's going on in the outside world is deceiving you. This could also be some of you are not being honest with yourself. You're trying to avoid the truth of the situation. Okay. Some of you are trying to avoid the truth of what is going on in your situation. I think I mentioned that before. So this is like things aren't always what they seem, Virgo. Okay? You have to come clean with the fact that you may very well be allowing the outside world to affect your decision, to affect your well-being. All right? Because there's deception surrounding you. This could also be just you in general with these negative thoughts. Some of you could very well be lying to yourself about the truth of the situation. Like I said, you're saying, no, everything's fine. No, I need to be working really hard. No, I need to help others because that's what I do. I'm a Virgo and I'm proud of it. And there's nothing wrong with that, Virgo. But again, I'm hearing somebody here is thinking there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But Virgo, the cards don't lie. We had the devil at the bottom of the deck. And with this guy here, this card, and the 7 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the 4 of Pentacles, you guys are so fearful of, like, the Queen of Pentacles not having money. Scarcity mindset. Or materialism. Because for some, it's what's going on in the outside world. Do you really think? You know you're overdoing it, Virgo. That's why I say you have to be honest with yourself. What's going on in the outside world is not really what's going on. I know that may be hard for some of you to hear, but why do you think the Seven of Swords came out? This is an obstacle for you. Look at the situation you're in. You have several cards here, right? And then you get one as your obstacle. There's something about you guys been strategizing, trying to plan out what's going to happen. I'm hearing somebody's like thinking about apocalypse and doom and gloom and being in a bunker or something like that. That's for somebody here, guys. That's not for all of you. You are really strategically planning the end or something like that, or because of what's going on. Look, again, things aren't always what they seem. This is an optical illusion. God is already telling you the truth. God is already giving you the answers, the solutions through your dreams, through your intuition. Don't let your mind take over your heart here. You need to trust your intuitive hits because you are being told the truth through your dreams, through intuition and signs and synchronicities. The mind is starting to cause havoc on your body too. The overthinking, the negative thoughts, the self-sabotaging, the doubting, the what ifs. Somebody's going to try to take my swords. There is somebody here who's really afraid of what's going on in the outside world, and I get it. But again, the more fear we put into this, the more crazy things the earth is going to experience. And sure, there's a lot of astrology going on that's causing all of this, but the lesson learned here really is to trust in God through all of this. And if you guys are trying to strategically plan something because you're afraid of fear or whatever, this is like an unworkable strategy. Some of you may be overly strategically planning on things, but God's trying to ask you, just trust in me. Surrender to me. That's like the energy of the Judgment card. I also see Hangman, let go, let God. Don't get caught up in these false pretenses. Don't get caught up on what's going on in the outside world. Stay focused on your mission. Stay focused on the task at hand. Stay focused on your healing, your well-being. All right? Anything, any issues, burdens, stress, everything, worries, anxiety, give it to God. Give it to God. Ask God for strength. He's going to see you through. Bottom of the deck is Nine of Wands. Getting defensive. Some of you are probably getting defensive right now as I'm reading this. And you know, I'm not the only one, because my favorite astrologer whom I watch was actually talking about this with Virgo's reading. That you guys have to be honest with yourselves and face reality. Some of you think that nothing is wrong, especially with regards to your health, Virgo. You can't keep lying to yourself. It's not going to help you, especially with what's going on here. Okay? It's not going to help you. Your well-being is of the utmost importance here. And you have to realize that God is your only source and supply. You're overwhelmed, overworked, stressed out to the max. You're just so done. This is wounded warrior energy, right? You guys are like battered and bruised, but not literally, but you feel wounded. You feel tired, weary. Okay, there's a lot of weariness. You're feeling overcome by the events of the outside world. I keep getting the outside world. This is for some of you, okay? Feeling overcome by events of something. But for some, really, it's about what's going on in the world. Things are getting out of control, Virgo, and you know it. You know you got this. But you don't have to put yourself in this predicament where you're just crashing and burning. And you can't get defensive either. Some of you, your ego's getting the best of you with that. There's no need for that. The devil wants you to be overwhelmed and overcome by things. To live life chained to the devil. That's what he wants. And that's when the ego kicks in. You know there are a lot of things that need to change here, Virgo. Let's see what the lesson here is. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Six of Wands. What did I say about ego? It's right here. Self-esteem, pride, and ego are getting in the way. Okay? You can be successful if you're just patient, if you focus on investing in you, investing in what is going to give you a positive return of investment, investing in things for your well-being, your wellness, your happiness, because you are ultimately responsible for that. No one else is. When I said the truth, there it is right there. The cards don't lie. You have clouded judgment about things, probably about who you are as a Virgo, especially with regards to your service to others. Look, I went through this. I thought that was the right thing to do. But God was like, no, especially if you're overdoing it and, you know, you feel tired often and you're just like doing all these things, especially when people aren't appreciating you. That's not what I asked you to do. I learned the hard way to really balance out my life better and to not feel guilty when I couldn't commit to something. I learned how to not feel guilty when I had to say no to someone or to something. I had to not be afraid of making decisions on my own, knowing that they were right for me. That they were, wasn't making decisions based on somebody else's approval or, you know, seeking validation or anything like that. I had to face my truth for sure. And Spirit is asking you to do the same. Okay? Spirit is asking you to do the same. But yeah, some of you have clouded judgment about things. It's time to get clear. Reevaluate what it is that you're doing and face reality. Maybe you're seeking information outside of yourself that is misinformation. You're reading up on a lot of things and it's giving you that clouded judgment, the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Swords, right? Deception. A lot of you are being deceived. And you're looking outside of yourselves for answers, or for ideas, for the truth, instead of looking within for the truth, Virgo. You gotta look within for the truth. God has already been telling you the truth. And some of you are like, no, I don't think that's it. But I think you guys are smart enough to know that whatever you see in your dreams, whatever intuitive hits you get, that is your truth. Because that is God's truth. God is telling you what the truth is. So yeah, some of you need to start looking for the truth within yourselves. Okay? And this is a lesson. This is a big lesson. Face reality. Face the truth. It's the Ace of Swords. Stop letting pride and ego get in the way here, Virgo. Pride and ego ties to the devil. You are getting bogged down with things that are preventing you from growing in a healthy manner. Some of you are making poor returns of investments. You got to learn how to have patience. Even when the going gets tough, the tough gets going, and you maintain that patience. You just keep going with the flow here. Some of you may be going through a regression period where maybe you overcame these karmic patterns, and now because of what's going on in the outside world, you're going back to them. Okay? Remember, this is for some people, not for everybody. But what choice are you really going to make here? Are you really going to focus on your well-being? Are you going to continue to deceive yourself and have other people deceive you instead of really going within for the solution? Okay? So, yeah. There's some rethinking you gotta do here, Virgo. There's a lot of rethinking you're gonna have to do. But what I'm hearing is that your health is of the utmost importance right now. You got to take the lead here instead of being a follower. You have to trust in what God is telling you to do, especially with this awakening, with the wake-up call. I'm hearing changing the narrative. I'm hearing being afraid to go against the narrative. Some of you are afraid of that. So you're following what everybody else is doing when you're conflicted, though, because you're realizing that's not really your truth, is it? You know it's not your truth. And if you feel like you're going to be a failure, you're not. You're only a failure if you give in and you're not following your path of truth. You're a failure if you're so consumed by the outside world, by the devil, and you're chained to that. If you don't make the changes, if you don't do something about it, then, you know, it's on you. You are ultimately responsible for your happiness, your well-being, your abundance. And there's abundance right there. This is a word of caution. You need to start planting the seeds that are going to provide financial stability and security, that are going to give you some growth here, some healthy growth. Again, with the abundant mindset, that's really going to be important here. You are in an unstable situation, and you're going to have to take it upon yourself to rectify that. Start reevaluating things. Again, with the Seven of Pentacles, reevaluate what it is that you're doing. What you're putting your time, energy, and attention to, that's not worth your time, energy, and attention, and what you need to put more of your energy into and your time. For some of you, there might be a greed thing here. Okay? Pride and ego and greed. That's double energy. That's probably why he came out the bottom. Again, for some of you and for all of you, don't get defensive because it's not going to work for you. Being defensive gets nobody anywhere fast. Some of you are really afraid about your financial security and stability. God is your only source and supply. Follow the light of truth. Follow what it is God wants you to do. He's going to, again, lead you to victory. He's going to make sure that you're provided for. But you have to trust in that. You have to trust in that. Let's see what guidance we have for you. What guidance do we have for Virgo? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oh, I thought it was going to come out, but it went back in. Oh, okay. I guess they changed their mind. Heart healing. Heart chakra. Creativity. The bottom of the deck. Let's go see what the book says. Number 5. It's the number of change. Things need to change, Virgo. We have the healing heart. Bleeding heart heals broken hearts and wounds caused through relationship issues. Emeralds are tiny, brilliant crystals of emotional healing. A broken heart is one of the hardest wounds to heal because we often go about it wrong, acting stoically, lashing out in anger, or indulging in non-productive self-pity and consequently distract ourselves from actually feeling the emotions. Feel your honest emotions, honor them, and release them, making way for true healing. My heart hurts. I feel the pain and name the source of it. I allow myself to experience it even though it is hard. I honor the experience of my heart. I release the pain. Oh, is all this stemming from heartbreak then? That needs to change. Stop avoiding the situation. Or avoiding your healing, or what you really need to be doing. Number 4, creativity. Lady's mantle enhances fertility, feminine healing, and a connection to the divine feminine. Carnelian promotes creativity and fertility. Creativity is not just something that is nice to have in your life. Creativity is your birthright, and it is also one of the most basic drives in human beings. Sadly, our culture does not value creativity and views it as an indulgent pastime. Heal your creative self by falling into the arms of the divine feminine. Some of you are still operating from distorted masculine, distorted feminine energies. You got to reintegrate the divine masculine, divine feminine energies here. I am a creative being and actively feed my creative self through the arts and through nature. I express my creative being with passion and confidence. Double energy does not resemble this, period. There's no creativity with dark force energy unless you have a very strong desire and you're passionate about what you're creating. That's different. But if you're focused on the material world, that's distorted masculine. Your feminine energies are way out of balance. All right, divine feminine, I should say. You need to heal the feminine energy and the masculine energy. All right, let's see. Let's see what other guidance we have for you. What other guidance do we have for Virgo? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Thank you. Felix Felicitas, power symbol to create lucky, serendipitous events. When your vibration elevates, Virgo, you'll be able to create these things. But right now, your vibration is too low. And it's stemming from because your heart chakra is blocked. You need to heal your heart chakra so that you can create lucky, serendipitous events. Power symbols at the bottom of the deck. Cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. See? Health. I'm talking about renewal, all right? You need to protect the physical body. You guys have to really focus more on your health here. The top of the deck is the labyrinth. You know, some of you are caught up in this labyrinth. It's like I'm lost in this maze when you don't have to be lost in the maze. This part of a spiritual quest, yes, but when you get stuck in there, again, you don't find a way out, then it's like it's never ending here. And you get caught up in stuff that you shouldn't be caught up in. Transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration, enlightenment, like I was saying. Raise your vibration. Okay, let's see what's going on with your love situation. What's going on with Virgo's love situation? Spirit guides and angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Hold on, they fell off the altar. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on here. Who's walking who? Control, power issues, resistant, unenthusiastic, being led on, getting pulled, overwhelmed. There's overwhelmed twice. Control, power issues. Again, the King of Wands I was getting, and the Wheel of Fortune. Sleep on it. Think before you speak. Get rest. Don't sabotage. Call it a day. Need a break. Sleep deprived. Okay. All right, Virgo. With regards to relationships, it doesn't have to be a person of interest. It could be any types of relationships. For some of you, it's practically all of your relationships. You need to release control, okay? You're getting pulled in all different directions, like the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Wands too. You're feeling overwhelmed. You have the ability to stop this. You have the ability to say no. Sleep on it. You need to get some rest. Call it a day. Take your breaks. Go on a mini vacation. Some of you are sleep deprived. Okay? And think before you speak for somebody here. Don't let whatever this is get the best of you. And when you try to take control of practically everything, you're going against your destiny. You're not allowing God to take over. No, you hang up. Lengthy, exciting conversations, a lot to talk about, into each other, meaningful, giddy, a lot in common. Maybe this has to do with communication. Maybe you are trying to get others to communicate when they really don't feel like it, or they don't want to, or something along those lines. There's somebody overdoing it with like communication too. Okay. Yeah, think before you speak. You know what's interesting? Some of you may be committing to things without even thinking them through, which may be why you're getting overwhelmed and being pulled in all different directions, okay? Maybe you are being led on by other people. Oh, Virgo, you know, I need this and I need help with that because of whatever. Oh, yeah, sure, I'll take care of it and I'll do this for you, no problem. And the next thing you know, somebody asks Virgo for one thing. Can you come to this? Sure, 1 o'clock. Can you come to this at 2:30? Sure, I'll do that. Can you come to this at 4? The next thing you know, on a Saturday, you have like 10 things booked and you're like, how the heck did I get myself into this? That could very well be it. Think before we speak. That's for somebody here. Okay. And if you're dealing with an actual person of interest, a relationship, there's power struggles here. Okay. There's too much going back and forth in this relationship. You guys are trying to take over whatever, and there's like all this communication here, but it's going nowhere. That's why it says think before you speak. So take this how it resonates, okay? Look what's at the top. Frigid, chilly, cold personality, cold-hearted, getting iced out, not happy, situation needs time to thaw. Thaw, grow, time, Seven of Pentacles, patience, right? Healing. Either you are starting to feel like this or you're dealing with somebody who is like this. You're not happy with the situation, Virgo? Then you walk away from it. Listen to what your intuition is telling you, your divine guidance. Okay, let's see what the full moon in Virgo is bringing you. It's in your sign, Virgo. Alrighty. Let's see what this full moon in Virgo is bringing Virgo. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. The end of a tough cycle approaches the full moon in Capricorn. Okay. Bottom of the deck is you're very close to achieving your goal, the gibbous moon. I will read the book as I always do. Full moon in Capricorn. Oh, wait. They want me to read the gibbous moon first. Hold on. Gibbous. Oops. Number 30. You're very close to achieving your goal. The word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word, right? And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation you're asking about is bulging with possibility and coming to a peak. But this card isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no answer. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before you get what you want, though you're certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring for you. However, there is also a sense that the situation is a bit tense, so don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare you. It's just to let you know there's a fuse attached to the situation, so be careful if you choose to light it. I know that I'm on the right track. Now is a good time to review your plans. Keep the momentum going as you move towards your dreams. Stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project. You need to get back into good health habits. Again, the gibbous moon comes at the very end of the lunar cycle, just before the full moon. She looks like she's bulging because she's almost a full moon, so she's nearly fully rounded. It's the culmination of the waxing cycle, and as such tends to be a rather intense period of the month. No matter when you pull this card, it suggests a very ripe time and a very ripe situation. So we'll look at the full moon in Capricorn. Oh, I turned right to it. Sweet. The end of a tough cycle approaches. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. Release control and trust the universe. A professional project may be ending now. Admit if you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find a balance between your personal and private lives. It's time to stop fearing the worst. The full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy and will more than likely come up when you're asking a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as a much-needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopelessness you may have been feeling about your situation, and this applies no matter when you draw the card. Making a plan is a far better use of your time. It's just confirming a lot of stuff that I had said. All right, Virgo. Well, that's your reading. So hopefully this helps you, okay? This is what this is all about. It's for guidance, spiritual growth, to get you to where you need to be, to live a lot more peaceful, balanced life, all right? If you would like a personal reading with me or a live coaching session, you can check out the description box below for information on that, or go to capellawellness.com. If you would like to book a class with me on reintegrating the divine masculine, it's going to be on Zoom. You'll get a Zoom link when you book one of the classes. It's going to help you with not having to focus so much on work, okay? I think I already talked about it in your reading, amongst other things. It's also going to help you to identify divine masculine qualities in others, both male and female, to prevent you from getting disappointed and from heartbreak, okay? If you want to learn more about what that class entails, I have more information in that description box below. There's a link to take you directly to my website so you can book one of the 2 classes that I have available. When you book it, you're going to get a link to the Zoom class, okay? And if you go to capellawellness.com, the Divine Masculine class is underneath the coaching section of my Capella service suite. Any questions you have at all, anything you might need, my email address is in the description. If you go to capellawellness.com, there are plenty of other ways to get in contact with me there, okay? All right, Virgo, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today, and always I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness.